This little one. I have 2 breaks to report. Since my nails have got very long on both hands, the break is right there. So very over the top rings. And well, hello. As so often happens when I begin to film, my neighbourhood comes alive with loud sounds and heavy machinery. But I don't have very long to film this video, so I am sorry if any lawnmowers or tractors or world wars start outside the window, as it sounds like they might. I was just about to film a TikTok video and I wanted to put some makeup on before I did, and I realised I could make that a video here as I've done before, and I can also have a little chat. I can hear my dog and he's grooming, so he could make some annoying sounds. So at the moment I have all my makeup in this case. Often I have it kind of spread around, but I travelled recently, so I put my favourite makeup in this thing, and I realised that's a much better idea to do that than to have it spread all over my desk in various drawers. I had already applied a little bit of eyeliner before I had the idea for filming it, so I already have a little bit here and at my mirror here. I'm just going to smudge it out a bit. This is like an orangey brown. It's quite orangey, but I like that. Orange is opposite blue on the colour wheel, and my eyes are blue, or kind of bluey green. Greeny blue. They're blue, but sometimes people online tell me they look green. So they must have a tinge of green in them. I have a break to report. Actually, I have 2 breaks to report. I made a video on TikTok documenting this break of this fingernail, so if you want to see me cutting and shaping this nail, that's on my TikTok. I always put the link to TikTok in my description of my videos. And it was not a dramatic break. This nail had a crack in it already for a few weeks, and it just flew off. Sadly, the entire thing came off when I was opening a door handle in my house like this, and I was in a hurry and I did it too fast, too hard, I don't know. Anyway, it slipped through my fingers like that, and this nail came off completely. So you can watch the TikTok video if you're interested in seeing me shape that one. And then this weekend I went to a theme park. I went to Thorpe Park, which is just outside London in the UK, and it was really fun, and I was very nervous that I would break a nail. However, I didn't. I got through the day without breaking one, but the next day I very undramatically did manage to break this nail. This one also had a crack in, and I'm trying to remember how I got the crack in it, but honestly I can't remember what colour. I'm wearing black. What would look good? I might stick with the orange theme. This is a very cheap eyeshadow from Primark, I believe, but it's good and orangey, so I might stick with that theme. So I worsened the crack on this nail yesterday when I was bundling socks. You know how you put 2 socks together and you kind of go like that to make them stick. This is something that I've been struggling with for a while, since my nails have got very long on both hands. My right hand in particular, before this one broke, was much longer than it has been before. So there were a few things I was finding hard, and bundling socks was one of them. And I was just bundling some socks, and I guess I forgot that I was being careful with this nail because of the crack, and I did it and it just cracked nearly all the way across. I'm not ready to cut this one down. It is way at the bottom. Let me see if I can get this to focus. Let me remove my face. So I put a patch on it with glue. As you can see here, the break is right there. So we have a patch on the top and a patch underneath as well with a bunch of glue. I'm not sure what my next move is going to be. I'm tempted to potentially trim them all down to remove the risk of any more breaking at the bottom like that. If this nail comes off, then I will have 4 very long nails and 1 very short nail. And I think that potentially could be a time to trim the others. Not because I want them to all look the same, but just to remove the risk of any others breaking way down. Probably, if this one did break here, I would cut these maybe cut half of what they are now, so that the little tiny one didn't look quite so out of place. But I don't know, I haven't decided yet. But that's a huge break for me to have on my left hand. I would say it's probably the worst break I've had since I started this channel. The thumbs were very bad when they broke earlier this year, and last year, almost a year ago, this one broke. That was very big. They were the biggest breaks I'd suffered, and they both went right down to the base of the nail. However, the thumbs, I was still happy having 4 long ones here with a shorter thumb, whereas having this one short is a bit different really. And I'm not sure that I would keep all the other nails the same if the patch and the glue doesn't hold. So please keep your fingers crossed for me that the patch does hold. I've patched up cracks in my nails before, and my thumb, particularly last year, it had a patch for most of its life, 6-7 months. It had quite a significant crack in it all the way, about half the way across. And I patched it up and I replaced the patch every 2-3 months, and it worked perfectly fine. And actually when the thumbnail broke, it didn't even break where the patch was. So that did its job. However, I have also done patch jobs on nails that have lasted less than a week. So I don't know what the formula is for a good patch, obviously. Someone suggested to me perhaps going to a nail salon, or I suppose potentially doing it at home, but applying a layer of acrylic nail or gel over the top of the crack to try and save it. For me, using a bit of nail glue and a patch at home is the most artificial that I will ever take my nails. Applying a hard gel layer over the top, for me, that's not natural nails. I wouldn't be able to call them my natural nails anymore, because they are being chemically strengthened to the point that they can't break. And that's how a lot of people grow their nails, and that's fine, but it's not how I do it. So while, of course, having a glue and a patch is technically also artificially strengthening it, I agree. The fact that I can do it at home, it doesn't affect the whole nail. It's literally just applied on the crack. That method I'm willing to use, and I still consider my nails natural. If I were to apply any kind of gel or acrylic, I wouldn't consider my nails natural anymore. And I very much pride myself on this channel, and my whole online presence is that my nails are completely natural, and they always have been. It's also just part of the journey of having long nails. They break sometimes, and while I would prefer they didn't, in general I don't really mind. In the moment it's annoying because it's happened and it's out of my control, but having had long nails for nearly all of my adult life, I'm very used to them breaking. They break, it sucks, and then I grow them again. So for me, if one breaks, I'll try the patch, and if it doesn't work, we cut it down and we try again. It's no deeper than that. There's no point trying to save nails that are really not wanting to cling on. I'm quite enjoying this shade, orangey brown. I bought a bunch of different shades of this Benetint Flora Tint, and then I have another one. I can't remember what it's called. I bought them in the airport when I was on holiday this summer, and I really like them. This gives a really nice colour. It's so gloriously sunny outside, but it's very cold. I've just remembered I need to go hang my laundry out. I haven't done that yet. Is it true that Americans don't hang their laundry outside to dry, even where it's hot? I've definitely heard that. I don't know if it's true, I'm sorry if it's not true, but I've heard that it's kind of not a socially acceptable thing to do, to dry your washing outside in the natural air, and that most people use tumble dryers to dry their clothes when the weather's dry and warm. I find that absolutely crazy. I think hanging laundry outside is possibly one of my favourite household chores. I understand some people don't have outdoor space, so I understand that, but there's a plane going past. But even still, people in the UK who don't have outdoor space will still dry their clothes inside on a rack. And it's not like a money saving thing necessarily, because some people don't have tumble dryers. But me, for example, I have a tumble dryer. I just really try not to use it because it's just extra energy that doesn't need to be used when the clothes dry in the air. Random subplot of the video there, but I'm genuinely interested if it's true that Americans don't dry their clothes outside, even if you have outdoor space. This scary looking tool is an eyelash curler. And you can curl your eyelashes before you put mascara on, and it makes them more noticeable. I have these boxes of samples of makeup and skincare delivered to my house once a month. It was kind of a treat I bought myself when I started making extra spending money on TikTok, and my daughter and I look through the samples and pick each one that we want. And I got this mascara, which I absolutely hate the little non-brush on the end. However, it is a good mascara, so I'm sticking with it for now. I'm actually not going to put much on because I'm not going out today, I think, other than I'm probably not going out at any point today. I have lots of house-based things to do, so I'm literally just doing this for a TikTok video. For me, it's also just a nice way to spend 15 minutes. I like putting makeup on. It's a bit of a self-indulgence time. Vehicles reversing outside. It's getting closer. I live in a small place that before I started filming videos, considered to be quite quiet. However, since filming videos, I have come to learn that it is not quiet, and there are multiple planes that fly overhead and lots of noisy vehicles drive past. I've never noticed it before. Okay, let's fight through this nest of hair. Most nights I sleep with my hair in a plait, and it means I have this very gentle wave in it most days. That's not why I plait it. I plait it because it's meant to be better for hair growth or protecting your hair so that it breaks less in the night when you're rolling around on it. However, I haven't really noticed a difference since I started doing it probably about 2 years ago. My hair still doesn't grow the way I want it to. Let's put some jewellery on. I have this choker thing. I'm going to let you in on an insider secret hack that I do when I post TikTok videos. Not all the time, but some of the time. If I post a video and it does quite well, and if I'm wearing something Billie Eilish related, I get a lot of engagement from Billie Eilish fans pointing out that I'm wearing a Billie Eilish t-shirt or Billie Eilish necklace or a Billie Eilish badge, and that in turn boosts my interaction. And I am a big fan of Billie Eilish, so I do often wear her merch anyway. But if I'm posting TikTok videos, I will, if I remember, sometimes just grab a Billie Eilish badge or something. Today I've gone for the "When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go" t-shirt. So the Billie fans know that I'm one of them. Okay, some basic, trying to figure out if those are hexagon or octagon. I can't quite figure it out while they're on my ear. And then let's put some rings on this one. I feel like I haven't worn a hand chain in a while. And I have one of my favourites right here. Unfortunately, this was a pretty cheap hand chain and it's really got that brassy look about it now. This has to go. But I do love it, and because it has the 2 fingers in a ring, it stays on much better. My hands are quite small. Generally, I find hand chains are quite loose fitting and I have to find ways of tightening them. Whereas this one with the two means it stays on much more secure. This is quite nice on the thumb. I like this one. This is gold. We're mixing it up. I got that from a charity shop. Let's get something here. I've actually just remembered the TikTok video I'm filming is a request video for scratches on rings on my fingers. So let's think about this. It needs to be rings that make good scratchy sounds. So definitely this one. Oh, where does that one go? Does it not go there? I thought it went there. Ooh, that feels a little loose. I think there, because that will... I've done a ring scratching one before, but the thing with TikTok is if you posted something 2 months ago, it can be quite hard to find. What else is going to make a good scratchy sound? Thick ones almost. What about this? Maybe that one on the thumb instead. Oh, that's massive. No. This one fits the thumb. That could make good scratchy sounds. Okay. And then I'm going to be wanting to do most of the scratching with the long nails probably, so I need some good ones on this hand. Let's find a pinky ring. This is a toe ring, but my pinkies are tiny. Oh, this one maybe. This is a good one. Do you think? Wait. On the thumb. It only fits on the thumb. And then that's a bit boring. I'm going to switch out this one for this one. Oh, wait. That's too tight. Where is the one I mean? There. This one. This one I got recently in a charity shop as well, and I really am enjoying it. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's nothing, but I don't have many pinky options. What are these? This one might fit in the middle. Ooh, okay. And then let's put some halfway up on some. Maybe. No, wrong hand. No. Could do this little one. Half. I keep putting it on the wrong hand. There. This is good. And then maybe one halfway here and one halfway here. Or something like this, maybe. Yes, that's good. And, oh, halfway, where did I say? Maybe there. I think it needs to be something that will make a sound. That's massive. The pink one. I don't know where it went, but this one could work. Yes, it's okay. It's very random, but that's okay because we're making a statement with the rings just for this one video. Was there anything else? I don't think so. have a slightly different look for the nails. If you watched my measuring video, which was the last video I posted before this, I foresee that this nail is going to break. I say, oh, I think this one's going to be the next one to go. It did have a crack in it, but the crack was not as bad as the crack in this one. But I knew it was going to be the right hand. And as soon as that one broke, I always say it, never just one nail breaks. It's always two or more within a few days. And so the fact that then 2 days later I broke this one, I was not surprised. I rolled my eyes. So very over the top rings to go film a TikTok video now, which I will have posted much before this video is published, because I will post it today and it's Monday and you're not seeing this until Sunday. Okay, final hair check. Where did the dog go? Oh, he is there still. He's there. He just looks like a flat rug. That's what he looks like most of the time. Anyway, thank you for watching and I'll see you later.